Hello all. Today I am coming up with a topic CAA Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. This came with Citizenship Amendment Bill of 2019 that got passed in the parliament and took the assent of president. So finally Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 came into being, and this bill or this act is seeking to change the provisions of or bring amendments to Citizenship Act of 1955. So this is the original act. Citizenship Amendment Act is the amendment act of the original Citizenship Act of 1955. And this act has got what does a person need to be the citizen of India. So the Citizenship Act speaks about the citizenship by birth, by descent, by registration, by naturalization, or by incorporation of territory. Birth we know, and descent is if any or both of the parents are from India, and the registration is about if the parent is a former citizen of India and that person is living for 1 year, he can apply for citizenship through registration. And naturalization, for this matter, the person has to live for 11 years in India. He must be a resident for 11 years in India. And if any place in the world is occupied or is taken up by India, that incorporation of that territory, that part is all the citizens of that part are going to be citizens of India. So OCI, Overseas Citizen of India, there is a topic. These are the people who are having their citizenship from other countries. They are foreign citizens, and but they are with Indian origin. So they are Indian origin people with foreign passports, regarded as foreign citizens. So they can live in India, they can work in India indefinitely. So they don't have any time limit. So these are overseas citizenship of India. This is the topic concept, and the knowledge that we need to have to go forward is Foreigners Act 1946 and Passport Act of 1920. We must also know about a word called illegal migrant. So whoever is coming into India through illegal means, through no particular documents, is considered as illegal migrant of India. And the provisions under CAA are people from 6 religions belonging to 3 countries, whoever have fled into India as illegal migrants on or before December 31st, 2014, are now considered as citizens of India according to this act. So people of 6 religions, in the sense Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians, and belonging to Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan. So people of these 6 religions from these 3 countries are now citizens of India if they fled to India on or before December 31st, 2014. So the second provision is, this is not applicable to some places. Places under Schedule 6 of Indian Constitution and inner line permit places. So inner line permit came through a regulation, Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation of 1873. So they are Karbi Anglong of Assam, Garo Hills of Meghalaya, Chekma district in Mizoram, Tripura tribal areas district. So these are under Schedule 6, and inner line permit areas of Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland and Manipur. This recently came, Manipur. And the OCI, Overseas Citizenship of India, is cancelled under some rules. If it is found fraud, or if that overseas citizen of India is known to be imprisoned, or if he is causing any threat to sovereignty and security of our nation. And this 11 years period, which is necessary for becoming a citizen through naturalization, is now changed to 5 years. And the concerns and debates, there are many concerns and debates on CAA. The first one is, it kept some religious bar on who must be the citizens, on which illegal migrants must become citizens. So the bar was only for 6 religions and Muslims were excluded. So this, the critics say, is a threat to Article 14, which speaks about equality to all citizens and even foreigners in India. So everyone is equal. So this is a threat to this article. This is what critics say, and a debatable point. And the next thing is, Assam has got huge illegal migrants, nearly 20 million illegal migrants from Bangladeshi Hindus. So all of them are going to be now citizens of India and they're going to stay in Assam. So Assam people are not happy with this. And the third thing is refugees from Sri Lanka and Myanmar, not just these three countries what are mentioned here. We have refugees from other countries also, but migrants from other countries are not addressed in CAA. Why? So that is a debatable point. And Rohingya Muslims we have. So these are Muslim migrants from Bangladesh, but they are not invited like other people who are invited from 6 religious groups. So this is contradicting Assam Accord of 1835, which says illegal migrants from Bangladesh after March 25th, 1971, who have come shall be deported. So this is not following at all this Assam Accord. And there are so many migrants called Chakmas from Bangladesh into Mizoram who will be now citizens, and people from Tibet into Arunachal Pradesh. These migrants will also be citizens of India. So these states are now not happy with this CAA. And this CAA is also affecting Muslims when they have to show their citizenship for NRC, National Register for Citizens. So they have to prove their citizenship now, whether they are illegally migrated or whether they are citizens. So they say there is a huge suspicion on this particular group. So they're sad. And the government gives answer to all of this with just saying that it is trying to protect the victims in these Islamic countries. So the countries that are chosen are mainly the theocratic Islamic republics. So how can Muslims be minorities in Islamic countries? This is the question of government. So it has granted only 6 religious groups this position to become citizens of India under CAA. So this is its answer. And that not this is the first time, this is not just the first time where it is helping illegal migrants, but even after the partition, Pakistan with India, and in the Indira Mujib Pact in 1972, in these two incidents also, with this pact also, India has brought so many illegal migrants as its citizens. So this is not the first time. So as like the other two times, I'm doing it. This is the answer of Indian government, and this is left for our discretion. And finally, we must know about NPR and NRC, National Population Register. And the word's name says this is about population of India, not the citizens. It is not about the citizens, people who are residing in India. So the first one took place in 2010, upgraded in 2015, and now this year it was supposed to be done, but due to the present scenes, this is delayed. This is not done now. And for this, the criteria is the person must be living for 6 months. Previous 6 months he must be here, and he is wishing to or willing to stay here for the coming 6 months. So this is the criteria for entering into National Population Register. And for NRC, this took place in 1951, and later on it never took place. And Assam wanted NRC again because it wanted to remove all the illegal migrants from its place. It never want these migrants to become citizens of India and stay with them. So it wanted NRC. So because of this, as a product of their protests came the Assam Accord of 1987, which we have seen here. And now this is again updated this in the very recent past, but this was left unended because there were so many flaws. The original Assam residents are denied of their citizenship, and so many frauds and flaws have come up in this survey, in the documentations and everything. So this is left unended now. So this is about CAA, a broad view. And the final thing is these people who are now becoming the citizens are exempted from any provisions under Foreigners Act and Passports Act. So they are not going to be under these things, and no legal implications will be on them. So this is how it is helping these migrants from these countries and from these religions. This is the overall thing about CAA. Thank you.